Hey everybody, this is David Calderon here. I just want to say Happy New Year because today is New Year's Eve and we're only about 5 hours away to the start of the new year of 2023. Man, one hell of a year, especially for the summer. I still have not forgotten about G4, and if you see my new logo, then you know what I mean. Man, I just gotta say, it's been one hell of a crazy year. Crazy stuff we've seen, stuff we heard, stuff that's happened. Nobody expected anything like that before. So far, I've been trying to do a little bit of work for my new intro for this upcoming year in 2023. This is about in about a few hours. I mean, with all this was happening during the during 2022, it was really nuts, especially for wrestling. But here's one thing I can say that's not going to be happening tomorrow on New Year's Day. Here, you see, on the first day of 2022, WWE, which is World Wrestling Entertainment, had their first ever New Year's pay-per-view since they had a New Year's Revolution. But they had a new pay-per-view, which was day one, like the first day of the year, and it was pretty good, except for Roman Reigns winning again. But tomorrow, at the first day of 2023, day one is definitely not going to happen. I first heard that there were rumors of day one, 2023 not happening. Then it was rumored that it was going to be still happening. But now I heard that it's definitely not happening. So tomorrow, on the first day of 2023, there is no WWE Day 1. Okay, one thing I can definitely tell you about what was surprising last night was Ronda Rousey losing her WWE Divas Championship. Yeah, that's right, I said it, WWE Divas Championship. I do not like calling it the SmackDown Women's title because that's ridiculous. That's what WWE needs to do. Change the name of the women's titles, especially for both the tag team titles. So anyway, Ronda Rousey, I didn't mind her being the Divas Championship. I didn't mind her being the Divas Champion. It was pretty cool that she managed to get that. Now she also not only did she win the regular WWE Women's Championship, but also the Divas Championship. And like I said, they both need to change those championships back to their originality. But for the Divas Championship, it should not have the butterfly. It should just say Divas, like in big letters, with champion under it. But with Divas, it should be like glowy and sparkling, but no butterfly on it. So as anyway saying, Ronda Rousey retained her Divas Championship against Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah, by submission. But then while celebrating, Charlotte Flair made a surprise appearance, and she hasn't made an appearance ever since Ronda Rousey won the title against her on WrestleMania Backlash. But the surprising thing was she immediately challenged Ronda Rousey for the Divas Championship. And surprisingly she won. But I guess with Ronda Rousey, she's not giving up for a second. And she's definitely going to be in the Royal Rumble. So, apart from all that, there was also the main event, the tag team match. Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn against Kevin Owens and John Cena. Was pretty awesome. Even though Roman Reigns did not get pinned down, he did That was his first loss ever while being on a tag team. But I would gotta say with the I gotta say with that, but apart from it was pretty good. But I mean it was almost better than what happened 2 weeks ago at Monday Night Raw. I mean Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins against the Usos in their first ever loss in 2022. Even though it was a non-title match, it was their first loss ever. And luckily, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins gave it everything they got against the Usos. If the Usos lost it, if the Usos defended their titles that day, they would have been in big trouble. Well, that's the one thing actually that was memorable in 2022. The Jimmy and Jey Uso's first ever loss ever in WWE. And I bet you they're going to lose more than just a match. They're going to lose their titles in 2023. Believe that. Roman, for you and your cousins, your reign as being a world champion has been long enough. Because like a legendary legend said before he became the WWE champion at Royal Rumble that time, 3 years. It's been long enough. And you know who I'm talking about. The other memorable thing about 2022 is the 24/7 championship. Like it got there quietly retired after Nikki Cross won it. Because when we saw her after we saw her winning the championships, she was holding it and threw it on the trash and missed. But it was effectively retired. So here's what we know so far about the Royal Rumble in this coming year in 2023. Well, we know so far Kofi Kingston is definitely one of the first 30 people to be in it, or that I know of. And I know who else might be in there. Logan Paul. Yeah, he's like one of the 5 main reasons that was the best ever in 2022. Like even though he didn't win the Undisputed Championship against Roman Reigns, he did kick his ass. And Logan is definitely going to want more. I can definitely believe that. As well as his brother Jake Paul. Now, we know for a fact that he's definitely going to be in the Royal Rumble. I mean, what did they not let him in there? So, yeah, I think that's what two more people so far who will be in the Royal Rumble. Here's who else I think will be in it. Apart from Kofi, there will be Xavier Woods, who is also Austin Creed from G4. That's right, I haven't forgotten. And hopefully, Big E. We haven't seen Big E in a long time. But speaking of Big E, I mean, the New Day with Kofi and Xavier, who are now the NXT Championships, did not make an appearance on SmackDown yet. I mean, come on, they're still from Friday Night SmackDown. Why can't they make an appearance being the NXT Tag Team Champions? I mean, come on. Alright. But apart from that, let's see. Who else might be in a Royal Rumble? Randy Orton. I mean, we haven't seen Randy Orton in a while, ever since he got his ass taken to him by the Usos. I mean, he and Matt tried everything, and I mean everything. I mean, they were the first ever tag team to try and kick the Usos out to get the championship. I know that. The Street Profits, Hit Row, the Brawling Brutes, Uh, okay, so anyway, for who else might be in the Royal Rumble? Definitely Gunther and Imperium. Which surprisingly, I'm glad the Imperium still sticks with Gunther. I mean, we all know his name was Walter in NXT UK, but it changed his name to Gunther when he went to the regular NXT roster. And who else? Well, definitely Hydro. I mean, let me see. Yeah, that's about 10 superstars that I know of so far. Okay, for the next two Ray and Dominic Mysterio. I would say those I would say those two still have a bit of a feud on the Royal Rumble, but sooner or later they'll have to deal with it anyway. But anyway, sooner or later, either way, I think maybe if they had a match in WrestleMania, Dominic might be wearing a mask. I'd love to see him wear a mask like Rey Mysterio. Yeah. But I, and I so with the next three, which will make it 15, will definitely be Bray Wyatt, uh, Bray Wyatt. Who else was on there? Not Rhea Ripley, but also. Okay, so well, there was also Damian Priest. I mean, he was up to play the Judgment Day. Who knows that they might be feuding at the Royal Rumble also. Okay, so who else want to talk to next? Who might be in? Probably Edge. We haven't seen him Edge in a while. Maybe he might team up with Mysterio inside the Royal Rumble. Who knows? And then let's see. Uh, well, Bobby Lashley, I'm not sure. I think he's going to get suspended. I mean, they're still holding up issues about what to do next. Ever since that issue where he was fired by Adam Pearce, but luckily he rescinded his termination. But we're going to discuss what next steps will be taken. But who knows what might happen. Okay, so I guess who will also be in a Royal Rumble would be Braun Breaker. I mean, we've seen him as NXT champion. Maybe he might want to get more gold. Who knows? I hardly watch NXT that much, you know. But as for the person I really want in the Royal Rumble, and who might have a chance to defeat Roman Reigns, will be Martin Ford. I mean, I've seen him in a few movies. I've seen him on F9, especially with that fight scene against John Cena. F9, Fast and Furious 9. Oh yeah, I know who else might be in the Royal Rumble. The Brawling Brutes. Bruce. The Brawling Brutes. Butch and Holland, definitely. Sheamus. Drew McIntyre. Dolph Ziggler. Yeah. Oh, Madcap Mox. Definitely, he might be in the Royal Rumble. Probably Elias and his twin brother. Oh yeah, Baron Corbin. Or Happy Corbin. Or whatever he wants to be called. And who knows if Rhea Ripley might take the balls and go in the Royal Rumble. And I mean the men's Royal Rumble, not the women's. Maybe she might go in both. John Cena might have a go in the Royal Rumble. I mean, we all saw him last night at the Friday Night SmackDown. So who knows if he wants to get on the Royal Rumble. But hopefully hopefully Roman will have to defend his title at the Royal Rumble. You know, that's what they should be doing. Roman should not have to defend his title against one of the wrestlers. You have to defend one. You have to defend all 29 wrestlers inside the Royal Rumble. Because 7 years ago they did that, and Triple H managed to win. I mean, hey, come on, we need to see that Roman Reigns can defend one of his world titles, either the Universal Championship or the WWE Championship. Maybe us, the WWE Universe, should decide. But I mean, that's enough on WWE right now. Let's talk about what else happened in 2022. As well, I can say with gaming, as I can tell you. The one thing I can tell you about gaming, like video games, Sonic Frontiers. I mean, that was just unbelievable. I mean, with Sonic Frontiers, even the train simulator was out of this world. Like Sonic Adventure meets Sonic Extreme, like the way they have version of both of them together. So one thing I'm looking excited for is Spring 6. And that's in New York City. And that's where I'm in the subway. And that subway train ring. I'm going to talk about the teaser trailer. And I think that is for Paramount Pictures to put in the title Spring 6. I think with the trailer, what was happening in the trailer, and what was happening with the main character in the match, I think that probably might be a dream sequence or a nightmare's scenario. Like, it might look real, but when Ghostface comes right at you, I mean, one of the main characters wake up, realize that it didn't really happen. Maybe this one might happen, but either way, for that movie, Scream 6, Nev Campbell is definitely not coming back. And I would say I don't blame her. I mean, it's not that I don't hate her. I mean, but it is new storyline for new characters. This is a blue line. I mean, even for Scream 5 was the first for everybody, because the first girl who got attacked managed to survive, and she lived throughout the whole movie along with her sister. By the way, there's going to be a lot of chase scenes and a lot of action and a lot of other things. Door closing. But the question remains is, for Scream 6, will there be one killer or two? Well, New York City is a big city. Who knows what will happen in the movie? Major Jackson, well, maybe it might be, who knows who it might be. Needed theory character of her. Who knows? And speaking of Sonic Frontiers, with all that gameplay and everything, all the 3D stuff, I mean, there was also Sonic Origins, which had a Sonic CD, you know, from Sega CD. But looked pretty good. I remember playing the classic one. I mean, I have Sonic Mania and Sonic Frontiers, but I don't have Sonic Origins yet. But I mean, there was also good games that are out on the consoles, like The Last of Us. It was finally released on the PlayStation 5. Which I can't wait for the television show. I saw the trailer of it also. Plus, there was also Overwatch too. I don't play games like that much, but I heard there was a new trailer of Borderlands. And as for Resident Evil 8 Village, there was also the DLC, which had Ethan's daughter Rosemary. this was a place. This was like a first person perspective, not like third person. Plus, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the remake. That was surprising. Who knows what Modern Warfare 3 will be like? Although I can't wait to see for the games that are coming out for 2023. Like that new Cyberpunk game that has Idris Elba in it. I saw World today and watching the Game Awards. So far, the best films to come in 2023 were Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's also a movie. Then also the other movie that everyone was waiting for, Avatar 2, Way of the Water. And I saw it. Not to mention Puss in Boots 2. That's what everybody was also waiting for. Yeah. Really good year there was with movies. Although I can't wait for this year, 2023, with the movies. So far on January 6th, that the Android movie Megan will be out in theaters January 6th. Plus M. Night Shyamalan's Cabin in the the M. Night Shyamalan's new movie, The Cabin in the Woods. It has Steve Batista in it. It's a real thriller. Find out what exactly is happening in that movie. But most of M. Night Shyamalan's movies is always a twist. As for television, there's something we're not going to be getting in 2023, and that is Westworld Season 5. People are so upset about it. There couldn't be any news about what happened, like if there's ever going to be a Season 5 or a final season. HBO Discovery pulled her off HBO Max entirely. All 4 seasons. Unbelievable. Oh, for everybody. I saw all 4 of the seasons. Actually. But there is something that everybody else is really expecting. The Last of Us, and that's the TV show. I saw the trailer for it. I'm really hyped up for it. People played the game. Now they're going to watch the TV show. Plus there's going to be new Walking Dead spin-offs. Since the original one ended, the first one we're going to be getting is The Walking Dead. It's going to be called Dead City. The second one is going to be called Gerald Dixon. That's what it's going to be titled. Maybe it's going to be Gerald on the road helping others. And plus season 8 of Fear the Walking Dead with Madison Clark. The character, Madison Clark, played by Kim Jenkins, is back. Oh yeah, season 2 of Bel Air is going to be in February 23rd, I think. Hopefully, it won't be the last season. And what else? Oh yeah, there's finally going to be a movie of Community, the TV show. We had to have Joe McHale in it. That was created by Dan Harmon, who also created Rick and Morty. After 6 seasons in about 5 years, 5 or 6 years. After that, we're finally going to have a movie. 6 seasons of a movie. Hopefully in 2023. Or at the end of 2023. Man, a lot of things have changed. One thing expected in the summer of 2023 would definitely be the summer of CM Punk. I mean, there's only about like 4.5 months left for CM Punk to come back. He's still recovering from injury and surgery after retaining the AEW title at AEW All Out September. But because of the injury, he had to retain it, and because of the medium scrum that happened, that's suspended. Either way, the Kenny Omega and the Elite came back about a month ago. Well, I mean, there was also one more thing about the movies. There was also Black Panther 2, the first movie ever without Chadwick Boseman. I mean, he died a few years earlier after he had because of an illness he had. But with 2022, we had this. There were a few celebrity deaths in the final months. We lost Aaron Carter. We lost Kirstie Alley. There was Her Royal Highness Queen Elizabeth died in September, and now her son, Prince Charles, now King Charles, is now the King of England. And then there was the loss of not only Barbara Walters, who was one of the first co-hosts of The View, but there was also the former Pope Benedict. There was also more celebrities that also some other celebrities that also died in 2022. But for now, I'm gonna do a moment of silence. And that was for all the celebrities and all the notable people who we lost in 2022. So far, with the rest of 2023, I'm still going to keep the spirit of G4 TV alive. I don't know what happened with G4 Studios. So we didn't know the second loss of G4 TV. I mean, some of the new hosts, like Gina Derry, is still making tweets. The Cream Team are making their own show still. I'm still making my own show. Making everything shit. One thing I tell you about, one of the most amazing things that happened in the final days of 2022 is that chair throwing scene on the Waffle House. And I heard there were many fights in the Waffle House, but this one was surprising. Because one angry customer threw a chair on the floor, she managed to down with one hand and grabbed it. I even saw this edit video on Twitter. Where someone put John Cena throwing the chair, he said. Kind of crazy. Anyway. Probably about 4.5 hours left until the start of 2023. So for everybody who are still G4 fans, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all the next year. Stay tuned and Happy New Year.